All right, so thank you for taking the time to sit down and answer these questions, Nikki.
No problem.
All right, so to start off, let's learn a little bit about you. How old are you?
I am 17.
Okay, where are you from?
Fresno, California?
Oh, wow. All right, so is that near Riot Games at all?
No, it's about 3 hours away from Santa Monica.
Okay. So you have a band, Running the Risk. How long has that been around?
I formed Running the Risk about a little over a year ago.
Okay, and how many gigs have you guys done since then?
I actually don't know an exact number, but it's probably close to 50.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's a ton. Any stand out in particular? Like, were there any like massively exciting ones you've done before?
I think my favorite one was our first acoustic show, and it was at the House of Blues on Sunset.
Okay.
I don't know. It was our first acoustic show, and it came out really good, and people were very high energy.
All right, awesome. So, do you play any instruments?
I'm learning guitar right now.
Awesome. So, when did you start pursuing a career in music? Like, when did you think that would be something you wanted to dedicate your life to?
I've always been singing. It's always been a thing to me. But I really started pursuing it about 5 years ago. And
Okay.
that's, I luckily met a producer and started writing and recording music.
So, any specific plans you have in the future, like a pathway you want to go down?
I don't know if there'd be a specific path. I mean, of course, every band wants to tour. That would be awesome. Gets outside of
definitely.
California or even outside of the U.S. That would be amazing. I think we plan to record a full-length album soon, though, and put that out as soon as possible.
Oh, very cool. So, are you going to do that through any mediums like Bandcamp, or just kind of throw it up on iTunes, or actually get it through a publisher?
I think we're going to try to get distribution so we can have some physical copies in stores. That's the hope, of course. But
Right.
if anything, iTunes.
All right, awesome. So, how did you come about this opportunity with Riot Games?
I met Christian Link, the composer at Riot. I don't remember how long ago it was. I think it's close to a year ago. And me and him wrote a song together. We've been talking like ever since. And I guess when this came about, he felt that I was good for it. And so he asked me to do it. And I said yes.
Awesome. The connections help a lot. So, did you get to visit the headquarters in Santa Monica when you went there?
Yes. It was awesome.
Awesome. So, doing this song with them, working together with Riot Games, what kind of exposure has this given you? Have you garnered a lot of fans from it?
Yes, I think so. Before this song came out, I think I only had like 1,400 likes on Facebook, and now I have 15,000.
Wow, that's a massive jump.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. The league community is insane.
Yeah, they're insane, but they're a nice bunch of people.
They're
very,
good people.
very,
They're good people.
definitely.
They're insane.
So, when you made the song, was it more or so a collaborative effort with people from Riot, or did you write it yourself?
I did not write the song. First Christian sent me the instrumental track, and I thought it sounded cool, and I asked him, what are the lyrics, or have a melody for me. I didn't get to hear like a melody or lyrics until I walked into the door. So we basically did it on the spot. When I got there, he only had like the first verse done, so he basically did write the song by himself, but I helped here and there.
It was definitely a spur of the moment thing between you guys.
Oh yeah, definitely. And so he would sing me a line, and then I would sing it back to him, and then we would record it. And we actually got it done, writing and recording in 6 hours.
Wow. And from what I understand, that's a feat. It's such an amazing song. Just so much positive response from the community.
Yeah, I mean, it's really awesome to hear everybody's positive feedback on, Facebook and YouTube and such.
I love it. So, do you have any future plans with Riot? From just doing the songs, have any other paths like opened up to you, any doors at all?
Nothing is set in stone at this point. But I'd really like to be able to perform the song live someplace at a Riot event. And if Christian ever asked me to do any more music, for them, then I would be glad to do it. But like I said, there's nothing, like, they haven't asked me to come back yet.
Right. Well, I think a live performance like that, especially because people love it so much, and people just love the theme songs with Champions. That's always been something that the community has really asked for as the game has been progressing. So I think a live performance at, like, Season 3 tournament or something like that is just something to look forward to. That'd be really, really cool.
Yeah, that'd be exciting.
So, do you play League of Legends at all?
Yes, I'm kind of new, but yeah, I play.
All right, so do you know your exact summoner level? Have you gotten to 30 yet?
Oh, no. No, not at all.
So, do you have a favorite champion or just one that you've kind of stuck to since you started playing for the short amount of time that you have?
Yeah, I've kind of just been playing Ashe. Everybody says, she's an easy beginner champion, and she is. She's really squishy, has horrible health, but I've kind of figured out how to make her work.
Yeah, she's got a pretty basic kit to her.
Yeah.
So, what about Vi? Have you been able to play her at all? Do you plan to unlock her eventually?
Yeah, I plan to unlock her eventually, but I know that I'll suck at her. I know it won't be my thing. I'll just have her so I can look at her and know that she's there, and I'll feel good about it.
So, League of Legends is an addicting game. Do you think you're going to stick around and continue playing on, not depending on where you go with your musical career?
Oh, of course. I mean, it's really fun. I started playing it, a couple weeks before I knew I was going to do this. And I was just like, oh gosh, because my best friend, she plays League of Legends like all the time, and I used to make fun of her. I know this sounds bad. I used to make fun of her because she was just like, oh, I stay up all night playing this game, and I was like, dude, it's bad. You're wasting your life, and now I'm doing the same thing. And especially after meeting some of the character artists and like seeing all the art all around Riot Studios and stuff, like, you can appreciate it so much more. It's so cool.
Yeah, just to see how much work they put into it and just the collaborative effort there. Those brilliant minds and whatnot. It's such a happy workplace. It was so cool to go there. Yeah. Yeah, they got a really nice open office kind of style. Everyone's looking at each other. It's always, I'm pretty sure they have Nerf weapons laying around in some of the corners there, and they just randomly have those Nerf gun wars.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah, I went there on a weekend, so I didn't get to see a ton of people, but, the few people I did meet, it was really cool.
Yeah. So, have you always been a gamer? Like, do you play any other games beside League of Legends, or is this kind of a first step for you?
No. I've always been, a video game person. I've been mostly a console gamer, though, which I know is bad. I really like Nintendo's IPs, Legend of Zelda, Pokemon. It's fucking great. I really liked Resident Evil for a little bit, but then they put out Resident Evil 5 and 6, and I was like, you ruined it. It's bad.
Oh, man. Yeah, I used to be a fan of the Resident Evil series myself, but they went somewhere with it I just don't agree with.
Yeah,
so
5 and 6 ruined it.
Yeah. So you hover around the Xbox or the PlayStation or kind of both, the Wii as well, and just around this console game?
The Wii was the worst thing to happen. The Wii was the worst thing to ever happen. Skyward Sword was the only thing that was acceptable on the Wii. So I ended up buying an Xbox, and honestly, I haven't found a ton of games that I'm super happy with that either. Assassin's Creed is cool, but it's so repetitive. And I tried Call of Duty, and it's awful bad. Bad, awful. I played through the whole campaign of Black Ops just so I could tell people I know what it is, and it's awful. So, do any of your bandmates play League or also play games with you, whether it be on the console or on the PC? They don't, and that makes me really sad because they think I'm a complete nerd.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. My band, I told them what I was doing, because they weren't a part of the Vi song at all. All it was all people at Riot who recorded it. But I told them about it, and they were like, "Oh yeah, that's cool." Like, I guess they didn't understand how many people play League of Legends.
Right.
And my drummer finally understood when one of his friends that is his age messaged him saying, "Oh, I was playing League of Legends today, and I found out that your singer does the song that's, the theme song and stuff like that." And he was like, "Oh my gosh, this is a thing."
So, though you're rather new to the game itself, have you heard anything about League just outside of this? Like the fact that it's the most played online game in the world, or did you get to see some of the...
I definitely knew about that. Like I said, my best friend has been playing this game for I think over a year. And then, of course, I was friends with Christian, so I always was aware and knew very well of what League of Legends was.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so did you ever get to see the Season 2 championships for League of Legends?
No.
Have you heard about that at all? Okay.
No. I mean, I've heard a little, but no.
So, have you been able to pay attention to any of the professional stuff, or are you still just getting your feet wet with the game itself?
I'm still just trying to figure it out. I mean, I stayed away from League for so long because I know that, like, online gamers are the meanest people in the world. And I was so intimidated by, like, I knew I was going to go in and, everybody sucks at first. So
Right.
I was really freaked out by that. That's why it took me so long to actually start playing. But, the honors system that they brought in, I think might have helped a little bit with the mean people. Although I have had like one or two awful people that I've played with before.
Yeah. Well, it really seems like that whole community thing where I don't know if you've heard about it, but yeah, like online gamers have a tendency to be really blunt about their views with your play and whatnot. But usually it's just a small minority, that kind of like really, really tiny vocal group that's just extremely loud in the corner. That tends to be all the toxic players and whatnot. So,
I agree.
Yeah, from my experience, like being at the Season 2 World Championships and, just being at the events themselves, we have an awesome community of people that just love the content, and I love people that create it.
I mean, from all the people who have heard the song, I have seen a little bit of hate, but that's just going to come with it. Nobody is contacted me directly and said you suck. I mean, people have been like really, really nice, and it's actually like it surprised me. I thought there would be more people that were going to be hateful. Like you said, it's just a few loud people in the corner.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of people have their own preferences too, because the song "Here Comes Vi" is I'm going to say it's like a punk rock kind of song.
Yeah, it's super different from all the other past music in this game.
Yeah. So, when I first logged in on Wednesday and the splash screen came up and the music started playing, I was like, oh, what? Do I have a tab open? What's going on? But no, it ended up being this really awesome theme.
I'm glad you like it. Yeah, when Christian first showed me the track, like I'd heard the other songs that he did, so I was kind of like worried about it because I knew it was so different. I was like, oh crap. But he was really, really confident that it was going to do well and be even better than the stuff he'd done in the past. So I just trusted him since he's a great artist, and I'm so glad I did.
Yeah, and I think that that whole like punk theme to it, just the fact that Vi is just really like alternative woman with giant iron fists that likes to beat up people, it definitely worked well with it, and an awesome chemistry.
I agree.
So if you had the opportunity, would you make other like themes for the other League of Legends champions, or just anything like parodies and stuff? Because we do have a portion of the community that are YouTubers that make parodies, like song parodies for for different stuff, and they're very, very popular with the community.
Yeah,
you think you'd ever see yourself doing that?
I'd love to do more stuff with Riot, and if like parodies and stuff on my own, or just songs on my own that have to do with League of Legends or any other game, I think that would be really cool. I think that'd be awesome. I'm open to doing such a thing in the future.
Awesome. So I think that's all the questions I have. So thanks for joining us, Nicki. I really appreciate that you took the time to sit
Thank
here.
you very much. Thank you.
All right, you can come out of the woodwork.
Awkward.
You can come out of the woodwork.